The rest are the massing ranks of the FSA. They've pushed the Syrian army out, taken the border crossing to Turkey. Simply remarkable.
Well, this is a funeral, but it's a funeral that is celebrating an incredible victory here. And it's a show of force from the Free Syrian Army as well. They've taken control of this town. They didn't think they could, but they have. 100 days of fighting it has taken, and now they have it.
What a battle this has been. It ended a couple of days ago. The centre of town is still smoking. A few civilians come to see the remains of the fighting. The heart of the Syrian government's power here, its intelligence offices and sniper positions around it, totally destroyed.
Well, it was obviously a huge fight and a hugely significant victory for the Free Syrian Army in Aleppo province. I've counted 7 tanks here that have been utterly destroyed. That in itself is remarkable, but the FSA say that in total about 17 in this battle were taken out, and they pushed the Syrian forces back out of town. Question is, will they come back? Well, in the past, one would say almost certainly they will if they wish to. But this amount of destruction and this victory is undoubtedly significant and perhaps indicative that the FSA really is getting much better. The streets are virtually deserted. But fighting continuously flares up. A few hours after we filmed this young man, he was killed, shot dead by the fleeing army. In Syria, across the whole country indeed, the streets are lethal.
Round here, mate. Keep coming. Matt, helmet on, mate.
The FSA is organising itself. It's been a long and ongoing struggle, made harder, of course, in Ramadan. The talk is of taking Aleppo, the country's largest city. It may not be quick. Surely not. But in this chaotic conflict, it's impossible to guarantee anything anymore. Stuart Ramsey, Sky News, in northern Aleppo.
Well, Azaz is just 40 kilometres from Syria's biggest city, Aleppo, where fighting has intensified over the last 48 hours. The Free Syrian Army appears to be gearing up for a major assault after securing supply routes from Turkey. And from the Turkey-Syria border, Sky's Alex Rossi has this report.
This is Aleppo, the commercial centre of Syria, and a place that appeared to have escaped the fighting. But look at it now. In the back streets, the Free Syrian Army waits for their prey. They may only have Kalashnikovs and a few rocket-propelled grenades, but they're making them count.
Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
President Assad's forces seem to have no answer at the moment. Their tanks sluggish targets in these built-up areas. This one was blasted by an RPG. Its crew forced out to face a hail of gunfire. And amid this carnage, celebrations. These men believe they can win the battle for Syria.
There's no doubt the rebels appear to be making progress, and their newfound effectiveness is certainly helped by the weapons that are now being trafficked to them in some quantities through Jordan, Lebanon, and also across the border here in Turkey. But there is another factor too. Over the last few weeks, the number of officers defecting from Assad's army and crossing over to the other side has risen dramatically.
27-year-old Mohammed Batta was once a loyal officer in the Syrian army. He shows me his military card.
This shows you're an officer in Assad's army.
but tells me, like many other soldiers, he can no longer fight for a regime which he claims is killing civilians. He says he will now join the Free Syrian Army.
Assad's almost finished. His army is not an army anymore. It's only mercenaries who fight for money.
The escalating civil war is causing fear, though, around the world. Syria's foreign ministry's admitted for the first time it does have biological and chemical weapons and is threatening to use them if Syria is attacked by a foreign power.
Any stocks of WMD or any unconventional weapon that the Syrian Arab Republic possess would never be used against civilian or against the Syrian people during this crisis, at any circumstances. These weapons are meant to be used only and strictly in the event of external aggression against the Syrian Arab Republic.
There are signs that the regime is unraveling, but in Damascus, heavily armed men stormed houses looking for rebels. President Assad's soldiers appear to be reasserting his control in the capital. They may soon do the same in Aleppo. Alex Rossi, Sky News, on the Turkish-Syrian border.